Hello Cancer and welcome to my channel Green Lion Goddess Tarot. This is your monthly reading for August and we have a very highly intuitive month coming in. We are, and probably the image I got for you was these golden blessings coming down for you, which was really beautiful. And because the moon is your planetary ruler and we start the August with a full moon on the 1st in Aquarius and then we end it, we've got two full moons happening. We end it in the full moon in Pisces, which is your fellow water sign at the end of the month. It might actually just feel like there's something really beautiful coming in. I just get this golden light, like something coming down. It feels, the only way I can describe it is blessings. So yeah, feeling a little bit blessed, which is a nice energy to come through for you, Cancer. So, and I get this sense of joy of welcoming it in, welcoming something that is helping you feel or making you feel really blessed. So that's a really nice energy to come through too. So let's see what is coming in for the month of August. We do move from Leo season into Virgo season, and pretty much as soon as we turn into Virgo season, there is a Mercury retrograde, if I can say the word, in the sign of Mercury, in the sign of Virgo. I can't talk all of a sudden, Cancer. So Mercury rules Virgo, so there's actually a very nice placement. And you know everything about the retrogrades, Mercury retrograde, but it can be a time of reworking, revisioning, and going within and just sitting with some things inside your mind. Speaking of which, here is the King of Feathers, the King of Swords, logic and justice. And you can see the sun is, the clarity is there around, or illumination is there inside this beautiful lion's mind here of the King of Swords, the King of Feathers. So it has this sense of, I get this sense of detaching from a situation and just kind of stepping into your power with it and just observing. I'm just seeing something really clearly here in my life. Even though I know the emotions are involved with it, I'm be able to step back and observe it. And this actually brings clarity, I think. And this golden light that I keep getting around you, we're already seeing it inside your mind here. So that's perhaps where it starts, something but what I like about this beautiful lion and the King of Feathers is is sitting by this beautiful kind of stream. You're sitting by the water very calmly, knowing that, yeah, the emotions are there, but I don't need to I'm feeling quite grounded in my approach. So that feels important for whatever reason, Cancer, which is actually really nice. So be open to receive, like this clarity I think is going to, and I get happiness as well, that you're happy that you're seeing this clearly or feeling this, not feeling, seeing, thinking about it, having the clear space, the clear head. So let's see what's shifting and changing for Cancer. That card just fully zoomed out. Let's see, we have Wand, King, Leo, Crown. Okay, so there is a lot of lionish things coming in here for you. So I guess we do start the month in Leo season. We are in Leo season now. It's almost like this is the King of Feathers is Aquarius and this is the Wand King, the Leo energy. That's the full moon in Aquarius when the sun is in Leo and the moon is in Aquarius. So I feel like we're starting with that. The clarity that comes in around that full moon that starts at the beginning of the month is really, really significant. It's like whatever gets illuminated to you, you might even be really thinking about something or someone here. So again, we've got the sun coming in for you. So there's something that's being really energized within you that starts inside your mind. And then I feel like you start feeling it inside of you, this new energy. So some new revitalization. And it may be that you kind of got this very clear idea. I know what I want now. I know what I want to do. I know how to move forward. I know who I want. So there's this very sense with the two kings, the King of Fire and the King of Air coming together, that it's like, yep, I've got this idea and I know what I want with it. So, and it has this kind of energy of authenticity, like then perhaps there's something really authentic that you are expressing inside of yourself here that comes in with it, because it's like you are being the regal royal lion in your life. It's a leadership energy, but it's also got an energy of integrity. Like I don't feel like you have to action speak louder than words kind of energy vibe I'm feeling with it. So it's like, yeah, I don't need to necessarily prove myself here. I know. I know I know I'm worth it. I know I'm enough. I know I'm good enough here. So yeah, it's this kind of inner knowing of self-validation and self-worth that I'm kind of feeling here, Cancer, which might be something that's the Venus in retrograde working through Leo, that you might be going, right, well, yeah, I know there's some sort of self-validation that you can work through here. I know I'm enough. I know that I'm more than enough. I know that I can do this really well. I know that I am exactly what's needed for this situation or this person. And so it really has this sense of, what do I want to attract into my life at this moment? Or what do I want to attract into this situation or relationship at this moment in time? You might even have your eye on, I think you've got your real eye on a person or a situation or something here that you're kind of thinking, do I want this or not? Let's have a look at it. So let's see what else is coming through for you, Cancer. It feels like kind of different energy for you, to be honest, but I feel like you're very comfortable. There's a comfort zone with getting into like your authentic voice and feeling confident within yourself. There's a comfortableness or getting comfortable with that because of the sense that you're seeing something really clearly. Like it's kind of like, I got this, I can do this. So there's a confidence, yes, that comes through with it that I'm feeling. And it's all this internal dialogue that's going on. So, but I feel like that's kind of people will notice it externally when they look at you. They'll go, they'll kind of, whether they're consciously aware of it or not, there's something in your eyes or the way that you're looking that they're responding and kind of trusting you or feeling confident in you as well. So this is kind of an energy you can really work with that, feels like, for whatever reason, it feels natural and a little bit easier to work with than usual. So let's see, more natural than usual. So let's see. So Cancer, I just wanted to let you know that this reading is for Cancer, Sun, Moon and Rising. I always recommend to watch all three of your placements if you know where they are, because it gives you a fuller picture of what's going on for you. It is also works for Venus in Cancer. My Venus is in Cancer. So, and it's also, interesting to see how the different planets or the different readings resonate and affect different areas of your life. And this is a general reading, Cancer. Just take what feels right, leave the rest, and really trust your intuition. If it does really resonate, there will be an extended reading, and the link for that will be in the description box below. Okay, so the other thing that's been happening this month is that the cards have been coming out very slowly. They've taken their time, their good time to get to the right frequency, and that is very much a retrograde energy of things slowing down. By the end, how many lines can you... Leos and Lions can you get in one reading? You might even have a Leo around you. I think you're working with this Leo energy really strongly here. This is Virgo meets Leo. So this is very much August in general. Virgo and Leo together. The maiden is closing the jaws of the lion. And that's, again, that sense of actions speak louder than words. It's like you don't have to even talk. You don't even have to talk. There's strength in the maiden, in being the maiden energy. And there's, I think the divine feminine, this is sometimes an energy that's discounted or overlooked or not seen as a leadership energy, but there's this sense of there's something about this divine feminine that's coming through, this internal message that is stronger than the lion, than the Leo, that like the Leo kind of energy that we all work with these energies. We've all got the 12 zodiac signs within us, some stronger than others. But for whatever reason, this is coming up super strong in your reading. So it's like you don't have to be the big, loud, look at me, roaring lion kind of thing and expressing yourself. It's just gently closing those jaws of the lion and just doing what needs to be done and being confident. So, and the power of the maiden, the power of the divine feminine, is really quite extraordinary. You can work with that. And like I was saying, that by the end of August, Uranus turns retrograde as well. So 7 of the 9 planets are retrograde, or the majority of them are. And so, look, this is the Queen of Cups. That's you, Cancer. That's the card for Cancer. You're crossing this, going. So I feel like it's like you're being a little slightly different to your usual self. You're doing something slightly differently. Which is really interesting. Getting out of your comfort zone, but also feeling quite comfortable with that, which I don't know if that makes sense, but that's just how it feels like to me. Like, this is not my usual way of being or my usual approach, but I feel comfortable with it and I feel confident with it. So part of me needs to step out of my way, like my ego needs to step out of my way so that I can be this confident lion when I'm really the crab. So let's see, we've got the Ace of Swords. Yes, the clarity. Look at all these beautiful swords coming through for you, Cancer. So, yes, this is a general reading. If it does really resonate, there will be an extended reading, and the link for that will be in the description box below, and that is hosted through my Patreon channel. And while you're there, you might as well, it's the same price to just connect in for the month and get all the premium content as to just buy one extended. So might as well go check all that out. The 7 of Wands, the 4 of Wands, the Lover's card, the King of Swords again. Okay, double King of Swords. Wow. Very much in your mind. Judgment, you're sorting stuff out. And, 7 of Cups. Okay. Making new choices. And the King of Wands again. Double King of Wands and double King of Swords. Okay. Yeah, it's really interesting because we've got this kind of Leo, Aquarius, because they're opposite signs. You're working with that paradigm a lot here. And the Leo energy is the heart. The Aquarius energy is the head. The Leo energy is the self-expression of who you are, and the Aquarius energy is a lot more detached and logical. So it's kind of working with those. The Leo energy is all about you, and the Aquarius energy is all about the collective. So it's it's kind of working with that dynamic, that paradigm really strongly here. So let's get in and see if we can get more about these Wand King and King of Swords. This could be two very significant people around you. There definitely could be significant Aquariuses and Leos around you at this time that you might be working with. And whenever they come in, they're just bouncing off those energies within yourself that you're working with. And the Aquarius energy is like your higher mind, your higher consciousness as well, tapping into even some of those collective realms. And in moving into the age of Aquarius, so you're potentially kind of, in a way, working out what this means for you. I feel like the feeling I'm getting is you're trying on new clothes or a new sense of identity or a new way of doing something. Like, I'll just try that on. Maybe it's not something that you normally would wear or pick or choose, but maybe it looks good, it feels good. And for the moment, the day, the month, you're going to be turning up as this version of you. So it's and I feel like there's even though there's a lot of Leo energy about stepping into your authenticity, letting that energy shine and stepping into confidence, there's also this North Node in Aries that comes through that wants you to feel more confident. So it's almost like the Leo energy is helping you do that, whilst the Aquarius energy is showing you the bigger picture from a soul point of view about what's going on a bigger picture, soul evolution, not only for you, but for the collective. So there's a lot that you're processing here, but I think that sense of being able to step out of yourself for a little moment and to not be so caught up in the drama, the emotional drama of everything, is actually, there's freedom in that perspective to be able to do that and go, you know what, there's something bigger than me around and I don't have to. It's one of those things where you kind of like the astronauts are out in space and Earth seems really small and all the little things on Earth, he said this to me and someone did that to them. And then when you're out in that perspective, you're going, none of that seems to matter so much anymore. And it happens, when major life events occur and significant things occur, suddenly the things that mattered don't matter quite so much, and other things come into this hyper focus of really like looking at that instead, and that becomes important. There's a shifting of what your perception is, and that's kind of what I'm feeling here with it. It's suddenly different things are coming into focus that you wouldn't normally, like you're not normally looking at the earth from outer space. You're normally in your world being you're human, but just say you had a trip to the moon, a holiday to the moon, and suddenly it was like, oh, okay, I'm seeing things from these very different perspectives. And so that's kind of what I'm feeling with this Aquarius energy that's coming in. And then it's like the Leo energy, what does this mean for me? And in a weird way, it's kind of like freeing, like I said, liberating to go, that thing that I thought was such a big issue, maybe it's not as big as I thought. So, that's kind of what I'm feeling. So we have the Strength card as the situation, which is very much about having the courage and the bravery. When the Strength card comes out, it almost feels like you are being put into a lot of situations where you have to kind of put on a braver face or be strong or be more resilient or be, courageous or brave. So it's almost like you're getting outside of yourself because you are being crossed by the Queen of Cups, which is the card of Cancer, the Queen of that's your minor arcana, represents Cancer. So it's almost like you have to step outside of yourself. Like you can't, there's a part of you wanting to block this, but it feels like there's a bigger energy around. So you can't go into being the little Queen of Cups safe in your emotional safe place, the crab inside your shell. You've been asked to be the lion and you're like, well, okay. So in your conscious mind, you've got the Hierophant, and this is your soul giving you some very, very strong and clear messages. This is your higher mind with the Hierophant. And it may be, again, that sense of a shift of really looking at what your responsibilities and commitments are, what creates order, what is the thing that makes your world feel like an ordered space. So again, it's this sort of shift in a big you shift in your priorities. Perhaps it's like, that thing of when you just say you're out an astronaut out in space looking down at Earth, suddenly different things seem important to you. And so that's where I feel like is happening here with the Hierophant. You're looking at some things that have just been there and been stable energies in your life and seeing them from these different perspectives, higher perspectives. At the base, you've got the Two of Wands. So this is an energy of what's happening deep down inside of you. You're ready to take action. You're the Wand King here. You are turning up as the King of Wands. So this is about you ready to take action on something that you are getting motivated or driven by, or you're getting passionate about, or you're getting really creative. But it's like, I'm ready to take that initial step. It's like, yeah, I'm ready to do that. There's a new path, a new direction that's opening up here. And you're potentially like, okay, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to be the Wand King. So in the recent past, we've got the Queen of Swords. There's potentially been a lot going on inside your mind here. And this is where you've possibly been gathering up the courage, because this Queen of Swords inside of your mind is very divine feminine. Her head is above the clouds of fear and doubt. Perhaps you've already said yes to something or very clearly expressed how you feel. And then this could be the little bit of the, what have I just done kind of thing, like, oh, now I have to walk the talk. I've said I'm doing this, or I inside my mind, I've gathered up and said, right, I can do this. I'm not scared. And then you have to actually be the brave lion, like, and walk the talk. So in the near future, we've got the Ace of Swords. So this is, so it could feel a little bit like you're being challenged and tested a little bit, but in a way, like it could be an exciting challenge as well. In the near future, we've got the Ace of Swords. So this is what I love, is that this Ace of Swords is right above the mountains. It's this higher mind energy. There's something that you're grasping here now. You've got the crown. So we've got the kings coming in. That's the authenticity that's coming through, something that's authentic to you, to your higher mind, that you're grasping very, very clearly the concept, or grasping the understanding that's coming through in the near future. So clarity is coming your way. You're presenting as the Seven of Wands. So like I said, a lot of fire with the wands. This is you wanting to kind of get yourself into a better position, defending your space. This character's warding off all these other people, and it's going, this is my space. This is my patch. This is where I'm seeing myself. This is what I'm wanting at this moment in time. So stop trying to kind of take that from me, or stop trying to tell me it's something different, or, you know, you might have to be strong. They have to be strong to ward off these other energies. And so you might have to defend a person, or defend your space, or defend something you really want here. That could be coming through. In the energy surrounding you is the Four of Wands. So the Four of Wands is saying that there are things that are ripe for the picking at this moment in time, if that's what you really want. Your soul's giving you messages. There's abundance that's coming through. And there's actually some interesting perspectives, I think, if you're in a long-term relationship or a marriage coming in, or if you're in a long-term relationship that you want to lead to marriage. This could just be your attitude towards marriage in general, because this is the halfway to marriage card, and the Hierophant in your conscious mind is the card of marriage. So it doesn't have to necessarily be that for all of you, but perhaps you're looking at some longer-term commitments in terms of relationships and gaining the higher perspective around them. That can be something that comes through. For those of you who are single, or just that's not something that is resonating, this is just really in general about what it is that you really, really want, and what it is that you're attracting towards you at this moment in time. And there's abundance around to be taken for here for the picking. And there's also some good, you might want to attract love into your life, or some good people that help you feel good. That's something that comes through with it. So the choices that you make at the moment with the Lovers card are going to be very significant. And so this is the hopes and fears. This is about a choice, wanting to have the choice, the ability to choose. And so with this Wand King and King of Feathers, yes, you definitely do, because that's what this King of Swords is doing, making choices. That's what the Seven of Cups represents, new choices that are coming through that bring different results. It's a reevaluation of how you're feeling about a situation. With the Judgment card, there's very strong messages coming again from the angels, from the divine, from that higher energy. And that's showing you that you can make some different choices. You are the King of Swords. The King of Swords is the decision maker, the choice maker, the making a plan, making a strategy. But it's not necessarily, like I said, it's a very detached energy. You're making it logically, rationally. So you clear the Judgment card is like a review. There's a review process, a clearing out of potentially what's going on. And the picture may not necessarily be clear, or it's still forming with the Seven of Cups, but it's really important to know that you do have the choice to reevaluate, to make different choices, to get different results. And so there's kind of like this clearing out of some of the what's been going on inside your mind, some of the choices you've made, and how maybe your emotions have been affecting you. These are not emotional choices that are coming in. And we see here crossed by the Queen of Cups, this is very much like you have to emotionally detach from a situation and make a very logical choice here. So we're going back and looking at the choices you've made, because it's the cups based on what you're feeling, but it's your head is guiding you here, saying you need to clear out some of that stuff about why you've made other choices in the past. So there's potentially a very significant choice that is coming up here that you kind of getting yourself in the right headspace to be making it, getting the clarity, clearing out old patterns. It could be around relationships, something that you're there's emotional charge related to it. But this is where there's preparing yourself for some kind of rebirth energy that's coming through. So at the base, we have the King of Wands. Okay, so this is all about taking action on your passions. But next to the King of Feathers, it's applying logic and justice to that. So you feel it, but then be very logical about how you're moving forward with that. So the King of Wands is also very much an Aries-like energy as well. It's not necessarily only the Leo crown. It's the King of Fire. So this is about, stepping into confidence, being really confident with the choices that you're making here, being really confident with taking action on the clarity that you're seeing, really confident in what you're clearing and the messages you're getting to clear out, a review, or to clean and clear, whatever that is, and to, step into your confidence. You might not necessarily be feeling super confident, but it's like the divine feminine can actually be as strong as this beautiful lion. And so sometimes the softness of the the maiden and the innocence of the maiden, and the fact that you may be going into situations feeling a little bit naive, or is actually the greatest strength. Your vulnerability, your innocence, your naivety can be the greatest strength in this situation that you're moving into. And it's kind of like, might feel like, okay, that doesn't make sense logically, but it kind of, interestingly, that's what the combination of the Wand King and the King of Swords can do, is to trust your instincts as well. So we've got affirmation card. There is plenty for everyone, including me. The ocean of life is lavish with its abundance. All my needs and desires are met before I even ask. My good comes from everywhere and everyone and everything. Okay, fantastic. Because we get that, the beautiful abundance in the Four of Wands, saying there's abundance around and it's ripe for the picking. So it's about finding that and knowing that you can share that. It's, yeah, there's enough for everybody. So let's see. Let's pull a charm for you, Cancer. Ooh, we've got the electric guitar. So messages. The frequency is about to, the higher octave. Music represents higher octave, but this is electric, you know. This is about to amp up into something louder. So the frequency, the messages is about to get louder and louder and clearer and clearer. So expect that, and expect perhaps if there's energy between you and somebody else, this could be electricity. You might just be getting these messages. Really, this could be like a lot of friction and chemistry and tension between you and somebody else. But yeah, this electric guitar, expect the higher octaves, the higher frequencies, the messages that you are getting and the messages that you're putting out and the decisions you're making about to amp up and get, yes, stronger, strong decisions, strong head, strong mind, clarity coming through. So that's your reading, Cancer. I'm going to take it over to the extended reading now. We've got this sense of the King of Swords is making a huge reevaluation, making some new choices. There's clarity that's coming in, although there's still some things that aren't necessarily clear with that Seven of Cups, I have to say. There's still a little bit of clearing out and a bit of clouds around. But nonetheless, you're actually realizing you hold that Ace of Swords. You have the ability to choose. And so what choices are coming through? Where is this all going? Because it kind of has this sense of heralding a new energy. You're about to step into something very new, or a rebirth of some sort. So it's this sense of anticipation of something's coming. So let's explore that and see where that's going in the extended reading, into the future beyond. Ask if there's any more clarification. We might need a little bit with that Seven of Cups there. And the best way to work with this energy. So that's all in the extended reading. Love it if you come over, Cancer. The link is in the description box below. Like I said, it's through my Patreon channel, so it's hosting that at this moment in time. And please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. Love to read your comments, and take care.